Clippers do talk.
We set out to find a place where people can let their hair down and be themselves, where conversation never ceases, where intimate and controversial intricacies are openly discussed. We searched high and low. It's every man's country club and every woman's resort. We found out in barbershops and salons. Clippers do talk.
Clippers do talk.
The thing is, we're so afraid that we don't know anybody anymore.
You don't, yeah,
Think
you
about
don't
it,
know
we
what
don't
to
know
expect from
anybody anymore.
anyone.
But
You have
the
to be
sad thing
cautious.
is, back
You
then,
have
when
to
you
be.
do knew, they brushed it under the carpet.
They
Yeah.
did. But
They
then
did.
somebody has, and you can't
And the
continue to
family
let
would
it
not
happen.
talk about it.
If you continue to let it happen, bring it up. I'm bringing it up.
My mother does not. My mother knows who molested me, and we just act like it didn't even happen. I mean, I was not able to talk to her and tell her until.
How old were you?
13%.
No, that was
It's like that in a lot of families, though. It's
like
just,
I was 5 or 6. 7. I mean, I can't even remember. I can't even remember how long it went on.
It's like a dirty little secret.
It breaks you down. You question your own judgment. You start to be like, I think that I had a really good core. So then I would tell myself, like, you don't want to judge people on what you've been through. Don't judge them. And then it would even open me to be susceptible to the things I still went through. You feel guilty. The person that raped me when I was 13, I kind of had a crush on him. He was kind of cute. You know, I thought he was older. He was 23. I thought that. So then I thought, like, did I encourage it? I didn't have a close. I wasn't able. My father died. My father that raised me died when I was a year before. So, and I didn't get to be with him all the time. You know, so I just thought, like, it just alters your whole way of thinking and the way you receive love and want love and want to be accepted.
I remember my ex, we were in the car, I give him a kiss, you know, just getting out of the car. I'm like, okay, babe, I'll see you upstairs. We had family up in our apartment that we were staying in. We had his mom, his aunts, his uncles, some of his cousins, nephews. Like, we had about 15, 20 people in our apartment. I go up there, I start talking to his cousin, and I'm like, oh, you know, this is your new girlfriend, whatever. He hits me, pulls me down by my hair in front of all of his family members. And I remember looking up and watching them just walk over me, and I'm like, are you for real? Nothing? And I wasn't his first girlfriend that he did that to. He had another girlfriend, he threw a frying pan at her face, knocked out a tooth. He had another girl in her head and busted her head open. His girlfriend, before he tried to kill his girlfriend by crashing the car in the median.
Did you call the police?
I didn't know
Did you
that
call the
before I met
police?
him. He killed himself.
Oh shoot! I mean, but that day, did you call the police?
No, not that day. Well,
So
afterwards, yes.
It's a line that you draw whenever you are loyal to your brothers or to your buddies or whatever. And you know, myself, I got a moral in me. You don't hit a woman. You don't touch a woman incorrectly. And when you do, you get dealt with.
Yes. I called the police when I finally left him. I got my own apartment, finally left him, and he came knocking on my door one day at 3 in the morning, I guess, after the bar. I hid my phone. I had a really bad feeling about everything, and he's like, look, I can't get into my house. I'm locked out, whatever. I'm like, look, you can stay. I'm going to lock myself in the bedroom. You can stay out here, sleep on my couch, like, whatever. He comes in, he held me hostage in my apartment for 4 hours. He broke 2 of my ribs. He gave me a concussion. I remember laying on the floor. I remember the song was on Lil Wayne, How to Love. I remember thinking, I'm about to die. He held a knife to my throat, made me climb into bed until he made me like, tell me you love me. Tell me you love me. And that's whenever I finally got my stuff and moved to Austin. And I thought I was in fear for my life.
So I think women that are victims in domestic assault, domestic violence cases, I think what happens is a lot of times they feel trapped, and maybe it's easy to stay in an abusive relationship. You know what you're going to get, but to leave and the scandal you'll face, we're dealing with a lot of uncomfortable feelings. You're going to be drumming up shame, embarrassment, pain, possibly resentment. You know, family members casting doubt, friends, neighborhood. So your life changes. Your life changes. If you bring some dirty laundry from home, you bring it out, you have to be prepared for that. And I think that's scary for a lot of people.
Like, honestly, from my personal experience, I've been in a really abusive relationship. When I was 18, I was with a boy that I thought, I mean, he told me everything when I first met him, and all I wanted was to be loved. And I feel like, honestly, because of the fact that I was 19, I mean, I was 18, 19 years old when I was with him. So for me, personally, I didn't have any kids holding me back. So I feel like women who have kids, or it makes it a little bit more difficult. So there's other reservations as to why they put up with things. For me, myself, it was just because I wanted to be loved. Simply put, I just wanted to be loved. I wanted to be with someone who I thought loved me, and I misrecognized what love really meant. And so until I could find enough self-love, I was stuck there because I thought I had it.
Have you ever dealt with anybody else abusive since him?
No.
Was his family scared of him in a way?
His mom was dying of AIDS but he watched his mom get beat as a young guy, and
they just had all accepted this.
When he finally so I moved out to Austin after he held me hostage in my apartment. I moved out here to try and get away from it. I ended up because of the whole situation, and I ended up actually getting on a lot of drugs and moving back to Dallas. He gave me the whole, oh baby, this time it's different, so we got engaged. His little brother had actually passed away, and 2 months after his little brother died, he started hitting me again. I remember one day.
What was bringing you back though? After that, was everything's gonna be okay? Just change.
Yeah, I love you. Things are different now. I don't have anyone.
So she was bound by family.
So him, he was her.
Yeah.
Family, right?
So after his little brother died, it got really bad, and I felt the need that I had to stick by him because he's going through all these things. Okay, baby, let's get counseling. Let's do this. Let's do that. But I remember waking up one day, I liked a picture on Instagram from T.I. or some rapper, and he picked me up out of bed, threw me in the shower with all my clothes on, turned on the cold water, and started beating me. The next day I go to work, I get a phone call, hey, pick me up from my little brother's gravesite, and he died in my arms. He took his last breath in my arms. It was something in his head.
It was something he was battling.
So how much is enough? We need to tell the young ladies, listen, if he hits you once is too much. Speak on it.
For me, it was enough. I knew it was enough the first time he hit me again after I went back, but I felt like I couldn't leave because I felt like I was doing him wrong, how bad he was hurting after his brother died.
One time is enough.
Oh yes.
Tell every kid that one time is enough. One time is enough. Matter of fact, one time is too many.
Yes.
So don't allow it to go, because if you allow yourself to be that victim, and again, I'm saying you allowed
I did it.
yourself.
I went back every single time.
I'm telling all the women, I'm telling all our children, you are allowing yourself.
I was the enabler.
To be right. So don't. From now on, I mean, like I said, God, women are God's greatest creation. Sometimes they're greatest headache, but they are our greatest creation. And for you, you are all beautiful. Know that to yourself. So if any man, any girl, belittles you, denies you, or hits you, that's enough.
But like I said, at the end of the day, it's like you have a choice. Like a girl's like, if it happens once, like Pop said, if it happens once, like one time's enough.